iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Who's in the race car?
Dada.
Dada? Say go, Daddy?
Go, Daddy.
Welcome in here, race fans, tonight to the Thompson Speedway, home to the final round for the OG Racing Tour Modified Series. Tonight is championship night. It is presented by our friends over at the RacingSchool.net. Have you ever dreamed of one day getting behind a wheel of a race car at one of the most famous historic short tracks in America? Well, look no farther. We have the solution for all of you race fans. Head on over to the RacingSchool.net today and get signed up to maybe be able to wheel a late model or an SK modified around the famous Thompson Speedway. Head on over to the RacingSchool.net. That is our sponsor here tonight for the championship night for the OG Racing Tour Modified Series. My name is Roger Muth. I'll be your host here tonight to bring you all the racing coverage from the start of this one all the way to the checkered flag tonight. We are honored to be here tonight, all of us from the Turn 3 Racing Network, to be invited here to the Thompson Speedway to bring you the OG Racing Series because, well, it is a brand new series to us. It's a brand new series to all of our viewers that are tuning in here tonight, whether you're tuning in on our Facebook live feed or our YouTube live stream here tonight. We welcome you, race fans. We welcome all the drivers and the families here tonight. Looks like currently 11 drivers have turned in a qualifying attempt, but we talked about it. It is championship night here. Let's take a look at those points. This is your point standings coming into the night. Dan Butler, who has 4 wins on the season, he has 323 points. Right behind him, it's the Jeffrey Anetta machine. Picked up 1 win so far this season, 316 points. Right there is that points championship battle we are going to be looking at here tonight. I was passed along a note before we came live here this evening. That note told me if Yanetta wins here tonight, Dan Butler must finish 7th or better to lock up that championship. And, well, that's going to be one hard feat for these drivers because this is a strong competitive field here tonight for the Tour Modified Series for OG Racing. So those are the two that we're going to really look at. There you see Mike Taschereau, Shane Wagner, and Bill Voracek is in 5th. Dustin Painter is sitting there in 6th. Byron Torchik is right there in 7th. He's tied with Cody Fogg, and looks like Rupert, that is Brian Rupert, is sitting there 9th, and Kevin Newborn is sitting in the 10th position. We're getting geared up and ready to go as that's your top 10 in your points championship standings. You see the 10th through 20th positions respectively in that points championship battle right there also. So it's going to be a drag 'em out, knock 'em out kind of night here as we're getting ready to go racing. Race fans, who is your favorite driver here tonight in the field? Would it be Dan Butler? Maybe Mike Taschereau? How about Jeff Anetta? Cody Fogg? Are you a James Kerr kind of fan? How about an Aaron Conover fan? Let us know tonight who is going to win this race. Because, well, us up here in the booth, we have no idea as we've never seen the OG Racing Tour Mod Series. We did have to check out a couple of the previous broadcast streams by Rick James over on Twitch. Rick does a great job calling the races here for the OG Racing League, and we thank him for letting us come in here tonight at the Thompson Speedway. I heard he's down at the Bristol Motor Speedway. He just attended that dirt race down there by NASCAR, and I don't know about you race fans. I enjoyed it. But that doesn't matter because we're here asphalt racing tonight. The Tour Modified Series for the OG Racing League. And, man, I'm pumped up. I'm ready to go. I don't know about all you race fans that are tuning in here tonight, but we are pumped up to bring you the racing action from Thompson. You know, we talk about Thompson Speedway being one of the most historic racetracks in the country. Well, think about this. It opened back in 1940. 1940, race fans. I wasn't even a twinkle. I don't know about all of you, as maybe you're race fans from back in 1940, but I know I was not. They broke ground on this famous historic speedway in 1938, though, taking them 2 years to complete the construction. Racing series that comes here to this famous hollow ground. Well, how about, to start things off, East Series modified racing right here. Also get the Tour mods a couple times a season. It looks like the Wayland South Tour has also made an appearance here. The Arca Menard Series also making a couple tours. And even, that's right, Dirt Modifieds. The Super Dirt Car Series raced here at the Thompson Speedway on asphalt one time. The Canadian American Tour Series also makes a stop here, along with the, looks like the Pass Series. Also series that have contended here at the famous track. So this track has roots that go for miles, names that will live on forever here, like Dick Dixon, Corky Cookman, Tommy Baldwin Sr. Just names that may stick out to some of you race fans that are going to be watching here tonight. Those drivers, unfortunately, were the drivers that have lost their lives here. So tonight's race, we race in their honor and in their memory. Their legacies will always forever live on here in the Thompson Speedway record book. We're just a couple moments, though, from getting ready to drop the green flag here tonight. And you talk about drivers, though, that have a little bit brighter pastors. How about Carl Buggs? That's right, Carl Stevens. Everybody knows him. Fred Schultz, along with Leo Cleary. How about Jeff Bodine for a lot of you NASCAR fans that are tuning in here tonight? You know that name, Jeff Bodine, because he went to the high ranks of NASCAR. Ray Hendrick, the Fireball, also racing here. How about this, though? Enough with the guys who have raced here. How about the guys that are racing here tonight? Dan Butler, one of the drivers here tonight we're going to see. He drives the number 8. He races. I shouldn't say race. He is an instructor at the racing school, along with Mike Taschereau, the owner and operator of the racing school. Right now here in our qualifying session, all drivers except for one have turned in a lap. Aaron Conover, the only driver who has not turned in a qualifying lap here tonight. Dan Butler and Mike Taschereau have already maybe have the upper edge here tonight. They race here. I mean, what more do you want to say about those two drivers? They have more laps turned here at the Thompson Speedway in real life than a lot of these drivers in tonight's field have turned virtually. So it's going to be one crazy show here tonight. Can the veterans of the Thompson Speedway take on the rookies of the iRacing divisions? And we say rookies, and that's not in a bad way at all, because the OG Racing Series started back on a console. They have since come here to the iRacing.com platform to compete and show their skills. And that's what we're going to see here tonight. Under 1 minute before we go to our grid here, and it looks like Dan Butler will take that top spot here tonight. We talked about him being in that championship hunt. He's one of two drivers that has a shot here tonight. Jeff Annetta, the driver of the number 11, he will start fourth. So two good starting spots for two of your top competitors here tonight. I was passed along a note as I talked to a couple of these drivers before we came on live here this evening. A lot of these drivers were saying that the setup is a little loose here tonight, so we're going to have to keep that in mind for these drivers as there's 100 laps on the docket here tonight. We have a shout-out, though, we have to talk about. Of course, Thomas Melnick Holland having a big shout-out there to the team E-Hammer. The brothers out there watching tonight, cheering on Thomas. Looks like he shall start in the 9th position here tonight. Cars are starting to assemble on the starting lineup here tonight, race fans. As you see them, that only means one thing. It is time to fire the motors here at the Thompson Speedway, as this is your starting lineup tonight, brought to us by the Racing School. This is your starting lineup for the championship night. Starting on the front row, hailing out of the Racing School, it's the Racing School number 8 of Dan Butler. Starting to his outside, driving the Racing School number 33, this will be Mike Taschereau. Driving the 05 here tonight, it's going to be Dale. Don't hold me to this. Legon. And starting to his outside, driving the number 11, he has one win to his name this season. It'll be the number 11 of Jeff Annetta. Starting in position number 5, driving the 58 here tonight, this will be Cody Fogg. Starting in position number 6, he drives the number 2 for the OG Racing Stables. This is Byron Torchick. Starting position number 7, he drives the number 26 here tonight. This is Shane Wagner. Starting 8th, driving car number 18. Starting 8th on the grid, this is James Kerr. Starting 9th, it's the E-Hammer Racing driver. This is Thomas Melnick Holland. Starting in the 10th position, rounding out the top 10, driving car number 52. This is Ronnie McKinnon. Aaron Conover was scheduled to start his 25 machine off into the 11th position. It looks like he will not take to the starting lineup. That is your starting grid here tonight, presented by the Racing School for the championship night here for OG Racing Tour Modified Series. Race fans, are you ready? As the starting lineup is in the books here tonight. Cars are on the track. 10 cars are here to salute you, race fans that are tuning in tonight. iRacing.com pace cars down and away. The green flag is going to come out as we are getting ready. 100 laps on the docket tonight. Green flag is up. A little bit of a check up there by Dan Butler driving that number 8, the orange and black number 8 to the outside. Here comes Jeff Annetta. He'll work down to the inside of the speedway. That number 11, the red and black flamed machine. Side-by-side battle, the two championship contenders. They're going to bang Nerf bars on the front straightaway. Lap number 1 going to go to the 33 of Mike Taschereau. Dan Butler going to go for a spin. Butler goes for a little bit of a spin. Caution flag is out as the Racing School number 8 of Dan Butler has looped it down in turn number 1 and 2. That'll bring out the first caution flag of the evening here at the Thompson Speedway. Driver of that number 8, of course, having multiple laps here on this speedway, trying to get back up to speed to shake that car sideways to see if there's any damage done to the A-arms or any of the suspension on this car. Looks like he's able to keep it rolling here tonight. He doesn't come to pit road. to see what happened here on this wreck with Dan Butler. Let's watch this back. Oh, it looks like Anetta drifts up in the middle of turns 1 and 2, and then Anetta actually gets hit by Torchic in the number 2 machine. Watch it again here, down into turns 1 and 2. You see the 11 down on the bottom. That's Jeff Anetta. He slides up the speedway just the slightest, gets the Nerf bar of the 8, and Butler going to go around, and he's actually going to be all right with that because nobody got into the spinning 8 car. Right on board here. That's the Racing School onboard camera with Byron Torchic. As you saw the cars all go around. Looks like Dan Butler is going to come down pit road in the number 8 machine. He'll have to get some tires on the 8. Looks like it's just going to be right side tires and damage fix. There's your race leader. It's Mike Taschereau in the Racing School number 33. iRacing pace car lights go off. That means next time by, we're going to drop the hammer once again here tonight. An exciting opening couple laps here tonight at the Thompson Speedway. Your pole setter of Dan Butler lost the pole spot right off the initial drop of the green flag. And then coming back around out of turn number 2, turn around contact with Jeff Anetta. Right now, the championship pendulum swings into Jeff Anetta's side of the court, we should at least say. iRacing.com pace car in. Taschereau going to hit the gas. Oh, it looks like Anetta maybe missed the shift on that. More contact as there's that number 58. That's Cody Fogg. He'll go up the speedway in his Caterpillar number 58 entry. He's now got James Kerr down to the inside of Black Acid. Oh, one into the outside wall. That's the 58 of Fogg. He's going to hit the outside wall with the right side tires. Able to keep it underneath him, though. We stay green flag racing. Battle for the race lead, though. It is right now Mike Taschereau out front here. You see him in the number 33, the white machine, currently leading over the number 2 of Byron Torchic. Torchic came into the night 7th in the championship standings, has not picked up a win yet this season. The driver of that number 2 would like to put a nightcap on the end of this season with parking that number 2 in victory lane. This time by, we're going to be 9 laps in the books for Mike Taschereau. Oh, spinning cars down the front straightaway. 2 cars around and down into the infield. There's the 26. Caution lights coming out here on lap number 10 for the second time here this evening. As Wagner and the 05 going around. 2 cars making contact out of turn number 4. We're going to have to watch it back here and see what happened. There's the 05. Dale rides high, wide, and handsome. And does he get into the wall? He does. He gets into the wall. Nowhere for Wagner to go. Wagner gets wrapped up out of nowhere. Right on board with Racing School. Onboard camera. Wow, Wagner nowhere to go. Definitely the right front of that car. You can see it has caved in a couple inches on the right-hand side. Both drivers going to carry on, but both drivers had to come to pit road to get some service done. Couple more drivers coming to pit road. It looks like here comes James Kerr, Cody Fogg, also coming down pit road. I'm not sure of the tire rule. A lot of times, short track racing action puts a tire rule in effect. I'm not sure if we have that at all here this evening. A couple drivers, of course, taking this time here to go down and get some service done to their vehicles. Taking a look at the at your regular standings right now. Looks like Mike Taschereau is your race leader. Byron Torchick is in the second position. Jeff Anetta is sitting in third. Thomas Melnick Holland is sitting there in fourth, and Dan Butler rounds out the top 5. So talk about exciting racing action so far here tonight at Thompson. Looks like all drivers are still out onto the speedway except for Aaron Conover, who did not take the drop of the green flag here tonight, so he is listed as out of this event for the time being. We'll see if the driver of that number 25 can get his tour mod out onto the speedway. iRacing.com pace car off the racing surface. There's the 33. He'll lead us into the restart zone here. Green flag back at Thompson. 14 laps in the books. 14 laps in the books. No, a little bit of a bump there by the 9. I believe that's actually the 42. That is the 42. It says the 94 in the screen, but it is actually the 42 on the timing and scoring for all the race fans that are tuning in here tonight to watch the racing action. That is Thomas Melnick Holland, as he is back there in the black and purple machine. He currently runs in the third position. Jeff Anetta is sitting right behind him. You see that number 11 behind him. Then it's big boy Rodney back here in that brightly colored Oakley entry. Dan Butler working the high side of the speedway with that number 8. Looking to try and get up, and oh, squeeze into the outside wall. One of them spinning to the infield, and that's the 52. Rodney going to slap the inside wall there, but the green flag stays out for the time being. He'll try to work back on with the speedway. Your race lead right now is the number 33. That is Mike Taschereau, and he has opened up about a second and a half race lead right now, as he actually overshoots turns 1 and 2. He'll fire back off, but he gave up a ton of time. He gave up a ton of time, as there's the battle right now. Second, third, fourth, and fifth, all kind of right here all together. Torchick currently holds down the second position. He's moved up 4 spots so far here tonight inside the first 20 laps of this event. And he's going to get a little pressure, a little bit of a bump, a little bit of a love tap there from Holland as they work down the back straightaway. Here comes Anetta. He'll work to the inside. A little bit of a slide of the front tires that time down into corner number 3. Not going to quite be able to hook up. Here comes the number 8 of Dan Butler in the racing school. A little bit of a scrape possibly down the front straightaway. Side by side through 1 and 2. Look at the 8 of Butler. Rocket ship off the top shelf here tonight. Butler is on a mission. He wants this one here tonight. He wants to get back to Mike Taschereau after going for a little bit of a spin. Now he's going to look to the outside here of Torchick. Torchick down to the inside, and it looks like Butler's just able to make the outside roll here this evening. Melnick Holland right now, you see that number 42 sitting there, the purple and black entry. He is sitting in the second position, but boy, did he have a lot of wheel into it off of turn number 4. And now it's going to be Anetta all over the back bumper of the 8 of Butler as he was bumping him down into the corner. This is all for second as Taschereau still up the road, about almost 3 seconds up the road from this battle back here. All drivers starting to work into it. Now here comes that 26. Shane Wagner, who went to pit road, has fresh tires, and he's trying to eat up Byron Torchick right now. Torchick still holding into that 5th position. Oh, a little bit of a check up there by Wagner. Fogg had to check up also. It's going to stack them up. They're going to have to try and regroup. Smoke down in the corner. It's the 11. Jeff Anetta. Janetta has gone around. The driver who came in second in the points championship standings has looped it here in turn number 3 and 4. What just happened to Jeff Anetta running inside the top 5? He'll storm it to pit road to his crew to see if they can make sure and check that car over. Let's take the look back. There's Anetta. He's right ahead of the 42 of Thomas Melnick. Down into the corner. Oh, wow. Melnick center off into the corner. They made contact, and it doesn't look like too hard of contact there for Anetta. But there was definitely some contact. Right on board here with the Racing School onboard camera. Right there. And then into the outside wall with that left rear. So that's what brings the caution flag out here tonight at the Thompson Speedway. There's your race leader. 25 laps have been officially completed here tonight. 25 laps, 3 cautions, and a lot of hard-nosed racing is what we've seen so far. Our onboard camera there breaking up with Mike Taschereau as he circles under caution here. Taschereau has not come to pit road, nor has Byron Torchick or Rodney McKinnon. None of those drivers have come to pit road. Looking to see if all drivers are back out onto the speedway. One driver down on pit road still. There you see the Melnick Holland entry. The Team E-Hammer driver. Of course, all those Team E-Hammer guys out there tuning in tonight, so wish Thomas some good luck. We thank them for tuning in from wherever they are, tuning in from here tonight, as we're at the virtual Thompson Speedway. Track's also been known as the Thompson International Speedway. That was back in the 1970s before we changed back to just the Thompson Speedway. That's its original name that it opened up as back in 1940. But here today in 2021, the green flag is ready to come back out. Great start that time by Taschereau, and a good start there by the 8 of Butler as they're go down the back straightaway. Butler down to the inside. Here comes the 26 of Shane Wagner. He'll look to the outside. And it looks like the outside momentum is going to roll for that 26. Wagner going to take that spot. They're all chasing Taschereau down into the corner. Everybody chasing the driver out of the racing school here at the Thompson Speedway. Little contact back there. I believe that's Cody Fogg into the outside wall. No, a big stack up back there. The 2 of Torchick. A little bit of an odd entry down into the corner. He's got the 18 all over the back end. That's James Kerr and the 18, the black acid entry. Giving him the 3-tap Teddy rule here tonight. Short track racing action in the Northeast. Of course, the 3-tap Teddy rule is in effect. Oh, more contact. There you see the 2, and a little contact there from Melnick. Melnick, Holland, and Torchick and Kerr all coming together there. It looks like Torchick had a little bit of a moment. He's got a ton of wheel into that number 2. One driver down to pit road. That's the Jeff Anetta machine. He has come to pit road running 10th right now. Down 1 lap to the race leaders. And those race leaders, boy, are they setting a blistering pace here. Taschereau. Oh, contact. Torchick around. Torchick around as the caution lights coming on here tonight. The 4th caution flag of the evening. We were just watching that battle with Kerr, McKinnon, and Torchick. Take a look back. This is the replay. Looks like the 18 of Kerr sent it off into the corner. The car bottomed out. Couldn't get it to turn. Boy, did Thomas Melnick Holland just miss that one barely. Right on board here. You're riding on board with Melnick Holland. Yeah, you saw that 2-car bottom out, nowhere to go. Torchick is still out there. He has not come to pit road. So maybe he thinks the car is doing all right. 4th caution flag here of the evening in the first 40 laps of this event here tonight. Championship night for the OG Racing Tour Modified Series, presented tonight by theracing.school.net. As we pace around the Thompson Speedway, we got to pay a couple of the bills here tonight, and we'll be right back here from Thompson with the OG Racing Tour Modified Series.
Who's in the race car?
Dada.
Dada? Say go daddy?
Go daddy.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, just in time for the restart here, race fans. Tonight, Taschereau, Butler on the front row. The green flag is back up, and we're racing here once again tonight at the Thompson Speedway. Taschereau with a great start. Here comes Cody Fogg for the first time. We've seen him make his presence known inside the top 3. That cat, number 58 machine, rockets around Shane Wagner. He's going to pull up right onto the back of the number 8 of Dan Butler. See if he can make anything happen. James Kerr right here trying to make a move to the inside with that black acid number 18. Not going to make it work. He has to dive back in line there behind the number 11 of Jeff Anetta. Down the back straightaway, closing in on the halfway marker home here tonight. It's Taschereau and Butler running away at the front of the field here. As they're not running away that fast because, boy, here comes. He's still sitting there. Cody Fogg just riding around in that third position. Butler going to try and diamond off the corner a little bit to see if he can get a run around Mike Taschereau. Doesn't look like that happened down in 1 and 2. He lost a little ground, if anything, down in turns number 1 and 2. 3 and 4 is where he makes up the ground here tonight. He's going to diamond back down to the bottom side, about a half a lane lower. Shane Wagner just back here following in line, watching all this happen. Little contact there, Fogg to the back end of the 8 of Butler. One of them down into the grass. I believe that's the 52 of Ronnie. Ronnie down on the grass. He'll get back out onto the track. Green flag still in the air right now. Torchik is back up to running 5th as he ran side by side with the 8. Or that's not the 18, that's actually the 42 of Melnick Holland, as Holland's got the fresher tires. He'll rocket down the front straightaway on the outside. And boy, watch out. Oh, there's no grip up there. Thomas hard into the outside wall with the right-hand side of that modified. So he hits the outside wall. Torchik looks like he either just slid it sideways because it looked like he just threw the parachute out the back end and the boat anchor all at once. And the 18 of James Kerr was able to get right back around. Your top 4 have not changed as you watch the 5th, 6th, and 7th car on the Speedway battle it out here tonight at the Thompson Motor Speedway. Jeff Annetta, who came in second tonight, hopeful for a championship win. Well, he right now is looking, well, it's not looking too good for the driver of the number 11. Annetta right now running in the 9th position. He has to pretty much win this race, especially with Dan Butler inside the top 3 right now. But, boy, we're only halfway into this one. Anything can happen, that is for sure here tonight. There's the battle for the race lead, as this time off of turn number 4. We'll be 2 laps away from halfway home in this one. You're watching the OG Racing Tour Modified Series tonight here right on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight's race brought to us by our friends up there at the racing school. 1 lap away from halfway. Taschereau still leading this one. Look at Dan Butler. He's right there. He's sticking with this 33. Longest green flag run here of the evening. Butler going to slide it up in the middle of 3 and 4 there. They're starting to pull away from Cody Fogg and Shane Wagner right now. Wagner still running back there in that 4th position. Thomas Melnick Holland still back here. He's picked up 4 spots. We've seen some real good speed out of this 42 here tonight, and then we've seen a couple laps where maybe he's just been a little off kilter with the rest of the drivers. That was James Kerr back there. Boy, did he have a ton of wheel cranked into that out of turn number 4. Might be using up the front tires of this number 18. You see him there, a lot of understeer. Trying to get that car to just to rotate. Look how much wheel is cranked in. Let's see if we have an onboard camera here with the number 18. This is the helmet camera we have tonight. Look how much wheel is just being cranked into. He's trying to run the inside of the speedway. Just no grip down there right now. Goes into the corner. You can see it cranked 90 degrees trying to get this car to turn. The handle is just not there right now for Kerr. Byron Torchick is still out there. No, contact back here. I believe that was the 05, and I believe that's Ronnie McKinnon right there, the 52, the yellow machine. Looks like he's having some handling issues also on his number 52. Your race leaders are coming up on him fast here. Here comes the 33 of Taschereau. He's your race leader just over the halfway mark home. Been a good one here tonight at Thompson. Ronnie down to the inside with that 52 entry. Here comes Taschereau working the outside. He's going to have to really be careful here. Contact right ahead of your race leaders. 2 of them down into the grass. Ronnie's down into the grass, and I don't know who that other driver was. Was that the 05, the NOS Energy drink entry? Oh, boy, it's our friend Dale. Dale's down to the infield. Sitting there. Looks like he'll have to take the tow to pit road. Car too damaged to move. Now they're going to come up on the 7th place runner. This is Byron Torchick right now, driving that number 2. He is sitting in the 7th spot, trying to stay on the lead lap. Race leader Taschereau going to go to the inside. He's going to force Dan Butler to go down to the inside with him. Who's going to have the better turn off the corner? Taschereau caught the lap car just at the perfect opportune time, was able just to clear him. He's going to start to pull away a little bit here now. Taschereau is still the race leader. Yannetta has picked up a couple spots from drivers that are currently off the racetrack. So Yannetta right now running in the 8th spot. There you see the number 11 of Yannetta. Next time by, it'll just be 40 laps to go. Race lead, and it looks like these two are still battling it out. This is Cody Fogg that you're watching. He's going to slide it down in turn number 1 and 2. Now, I don't know if anybody told him, but this is not the drift event here tonight. That was actually last night. As he'll slide it a little bit high down in turn number 3 and 4, up into the marbles a little bit. That's going to open up the door. Shane Wagner says, "Thank you for opening it up. I'm going to step on through with my Black Rifle Coffee number 26. I'll take position number 3. He's your biggest mover so far here tonight. Shane Wagner, race fans, is up to the 3rd position, started back in 7th, as now he works to the inside of the number 2 of Byron Torchik, as Torchik's up the speedway, and he's going to clear him out as he exits turn number 4. That's going to mean now that Cody Fogg has to try and get around that number 2, who's rolling the outside of the speedway right now, but I think Cody Fogg has wore the good off the tires. There you see that Caterpillar 58 down the back straightaway into 3. Been able to pick up 1 position since the drop of the green flag. His highest running position was up into 3rd at one point, and oh, Fogg sideways. Sideways again, down into the grass. He's trying to use every inch of the speedway to try and get around the slower car of Torchik right now, as now he's going to enter high, and it looks like the balance is just out of whack on the 58 of Cody Fogg. Fogg is being caught by the number 11 of Jeff Annetta. Remember, Annetta a couple laps down, having some issues earlier on. He's right now being scored 3 laps down. He's going to split the middle on the 2, and that's going to force the 58 a little bit sideways. Here comes the 52. Rodney's right there. Marvin the Martian on the back of that car. They're going to go 3 wide here as Cody Fogg was down into the grass. Fogg down into the grass there to the outside. That's the number 2 of Byron Torchik, as there goes side by side. Torchik going to lift a little bit earlier. Sideways once again, and now Rodney, he really had to hit the hooks, and he didn't just throw the anchor out the back end of that number 52 to keep off of Cody Fogg. He threw the kitchen sink out the back end too. Nothing has changed out front, race fans. You're still watching the best battles on the racetrack. Out front, it is still Mike Taschereau leading Dan Butler, and that's just by a half a second. It was about 0.2 of a second. Now it's up to a half a second and starting to climb. The driver out of the racing school literally lives across the street from the speedway. I mean, you want to talk about home field advantage and all that. Boy, does Mike Taschereau really have it. I think he told me if he can get an arm built up to throw it like John Elway, he could actually hit the timing tower here tonight at the Thompson Speedway. And oh boy, look at it. Dan Butler going to get right back. Taschereau had to battle with that slower car. That was the 18 of James Kerr, who was running in the 6th position. Now that Taschereau, though, was able to clear the 18 of Kerr, who's running in the 6th position as Butler closed in. Now he's going to pull away that time by. Last time by at the line, actually, Dan Butler was your fastest car, but he lost all that ground that he made up down in turn number 1 and 2. This time by, let's take a look at their scoring pylon. Let's see who's the fastest car on the speedway. That time by, it was a 19.69 second lap for Mike Taschereau to a 19.74 second lap for Dan Butler. Wagner going to run the same identical time that Dan Butler does. So those are your 3 fastest cars on the speedway. Next fastest car, that's the Thomas Melnick Holland entry, driving the number 42 here tonight, back in the 5th position. The battle is for the race win. Butler has 4 wins on the season. He won back at the USA International Speedway. He won back at the South Boston Speedway. Then it was Taschereau winning at Lucas Oil before Butler went back to victory lane at the Bristol Motor Speedway, and Butler went back to victory lane again at the Five Flag Speedway. So right now, your top 2 have 5 wins so far this season together. Both drivers missed the season opener at the Phoenix International Raceway before they came bursting onto the scene here this year. Both of them inside the top 3 of the championship point standings. Remember, Butler came in as your points championship leader. Slim margin over Jeff Yanetta. Yanetta just going to pick up another spot there. He's now up to running 7th on the timing and scoring. There's Jeff Yanetta. Yanetta won back at the Myrtle Beach Speedway just last week, picking up his first win of the season. That was his only win of the season. He was able to dominate at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Talking about Myrtle Beach, it's just as famous here as the Thompson Speedway. There's just one thing that separates Thompson to Myrtle Beach, and that's, unfortunately, that Myrtle Beach is no longer an active speedway, as it has been knocked down. Down to the inside, driver of the 52. McKinnon looks like he has lost a motor here tonight. Marvin the Martian says he likes it dirty. He's trying to get back to pit road. Race leader, 24 to go. It'll be 23 this time by at the line. That's the gap. There you see the white 33. There you see the orange and black number 8. Replicas of cars that you can actually find at the racing school, race fans. If you were to happen to attend a day at the Thompson Speedway for the racing school, you would see these 2 cars out there in the fleet. One day we're hoping to actually get up there to the racing school to meet Mike Taschereau and Dan Butler and a couple of the other guys that we get to talk to on a weekly basis here on the Turn 3 Racing Network for other leagues that we do get to cover. Looks like your race leader of Taschereau is going to be working upon the next car on his docket, and that's the 5th place runner of Melnick Holland, who is running in 5th position. Taschereau looking like if he can just get there, and it might be about a lap as we get the 20 to go marker, the double high fives. Actually, that's the times 4 high fives. If we can actually pull off our socks and shoes here and count to 20. It looks like Melnick Holland just going to go down to the bottom side of the speedway. Wants nothing to do with the outcome of this one here. That's the gentleman's agreement from the racers here tonight. Closing in on the final stages of this one, Taschereau looks like he has found something down in 1 and 2 that Dan Butler just has not figured out yet. Right on board with the Mike Taschereau entry, the RacingSchool.net onboard camera footage tonight. We got to thank the guys over at the Racing School for coming on board here and being a part of this event here tonight at the Thompson Speedway. Of course, it's home to the Racing School, so it's only fitting. And since it's the championship night with 2 of their drivers, they are here in force, and they are out front letting the presence known that they are here, and they are ready to rumble tonight. This is the closest battle on the speedway right now. That's why we're kind of focused in on these 2 drivers. They are both your race leaders, and they storm down the back straightaway. Shane Wagner has fallen back about 7.5 seconds back. There you see the driver of the 26 going down the back straightaway. Your race leaders are at the start-finish line now, so about a half a track behind. And then Cody Fogg is sitting in the 4th position. You see him. What a night it has been for Cody Fogg. He had a really fast car at about the middle portion of this race, and the tires just wore off. But still a real solid night for the driver of this 58. Jeff Yanetta down to the inside of the speedway. Yanetta running in the 7th position on the scoring chart. It looks like he is 3 laps down. He did come down for tires back on lap number 34, and that car was really fast. It was turning some of the fastest laps of the evening, and then the tires just fell off, and he was trying to push so hard. You see a little bit of that sliding of the right front tire there down on the exit of the corner. A night that could have been a championship night with 13 laps to go. Looks like unless something happens here, it might not be enough for the driver of the number 11 of Jeff Yanetta. Here's your race leaders as they're closing in. Now Butler actually closes in with 12 laps to go. Butler's back again. Let's see if we can see where Dan Butler's a little bit faster than that number 33 that's out front leading right now. We're closing in on just 10 laps to go. Down in 1 and 2 that time. You see Taschereau really just lets the car float and slide through the center of the corner. Gets a great run down the back straightaway. Looks like Butler might be just a tick faster down in 3 and 4, but Taschereau is a lot faster down in turns 1 and 2. Looks like Butler just cannot get the center to rotate and then fire off down the back straightaway. Nine laps to go as they're trying to get around the slower car of Jeff Yanetta right now, who's battling some handling issues. Butler going to have to go down to the bottom side of the speedway to try and get around, and almost contact there between the two as Butler's car was sliding to the outside. Closing in on the end of this one. Can Tashiro hold off his counterpart for the next 8 laps around the speedway? It's only 4 miles of racing, but boy, when it closes down to this many laps left and you have your buddy sitting in the back mirror, man, it's going to feel like an eternity for Mike Tashiro. He has dominated all night long. He didn't come to pit road at all here this evening. The tires he has started on, he is trying to finish on, and he's trying to finish out ahead of the racing field. Butler trying to charge it back once again. That time by was a little bit faster at the line, but boy, this time by, we're just going to get 5 laps to go. It's go time now if you're Dan Butler. If you want to park it in victory lane for the 5th time this season, you got to go. It's the hi, how are you? 5 laps to go as the flagman waves at the field this time by as they come around the speedway. 5 laps to go. 5 to go. Butler hasn't been able to make up any ground. He's just kind of sitting there at this point. 4 to go. That's the deficit at the line, about 3.5 cars possibly that time by. Caution lights coming on. Smoke on the back straightaway. The 58 of Cody Fogg has gone around. The 58 of Fogg. We'll have to see what happened there to Cody Fogg if we can. Looks like that was just a solo spin there. Yeah, you see Fogg just catching back up there, and he'll now just tag the back of the field. So a solo spin, but things are about to get interesting here between your race leaders. Does Tashiro come to pit road at all is going to be the question. Does anybody in the top 5 roll the dice? There's only 4 drivers left on the lead lap. It's Tashiro, it's Butler, it's Wagner, it's Thomas, Melnick, Holland. Not sure what the overtime procedures are here tonight. But that's your race leader. That's your second place car. It's Tashiro, Butler, Wagner, Melnick, Holland. Looks like this might possibly be the final lap here tonight. So it is. It's going to be Tashiro, Butler, Wagner, Melnick, Holland finishing in the 4th position. The racing school checkered flag will wave this time by out of turn number 4. Race fans, that's your race winner. Tashiro gonna win the race here tonight. Tashiro as your race winner. It'll be Dan Butler finishing in 2nd with Shane Wagner in 3rd. Fourth, just missing the podium, is going to be Thomas, Melnick, Holland, and Cody Fogg will finish in the 5th position. Fireworks going off as right there is your champion, race fans. The OG Racing Tour Modified Series champion, the number 8 of Dan Butler. He will pick up the championship officially here tonight by finishing in the 2nd position. Tashiro going to see if he can celebrate here tonight. I'm not sure if he still remembers how to do some burnouts, race fans. What do you say? Do you think he can do it? He's trying. He's going to cheat a little bit. He's going to go down to the grass. So as Tashiro celebrates a little bit, we'll let him kind of get into it. There we go. Tashiro. We can burn him down now. So as he burns it down, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back here with your post-race show brought to us by The Racing School.
Who's in the race car?
Dada.
Dada? Say go daddy?
Go daddy.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the Thompson Speedway tonight for the RacingSchool.net Championship event here for the OG Racing League Tour Modified Series. Our post-race show tonight brought to us by our friends over at the Racing School. Make sure you head on over to the RacingSchool.net today and book your racing experience. There's none other like it other than racing right here at the Thompson Speedway or getting a ride along from one of our instructors at the Racing School, one of the most historic tracks in America. Let's head down trackside, though, to talk to your race winner. He hails, well, pretty much right across the street. I think we can see it from our blimp coverage. If you look just a little bit up and to the right, it's a little dark at the Speedway. You can't quite see it. Usually he has the red spinny light on his house to let us know where he's at. Let's go down, though, to talk to Mike Taschereau. Taschereau, you do it here tonight at Thompson. You wanted to park this car in victory lane, and you pretty much dominated this race. How did you do it? How was the car? How was the track here this evening?
Hey, Roger. Yeah, surprisingly, starting up front helps huge here. And I'm not that good at iRacing Thompson. I have tons of laps on the real track. I do live across the street, like you mentioned. But just being up front, got to the lead. You can pick the outside, stay on the outside, and just hit your marks, basically. It's a tough track. Just hit my marks all night. Was able to keep it up in the front.
You got to the front early, and you were able to keep this number 33 planted there. About midway through the race, though, you saw this orange and black car that looked very familiar in the back mirror. You saw Dan Butler started to charge back through the field. He started on the pole tonight, so you knew he had a fast car because, well, it was prepared in the garage across the street. Were you worried at any point that he may have had your number coming for you?
I was. He had trouble there in the beginning there, midway in the race. Then I seen him behind me, and Dan's really good at this track, and he knows how to save his equipment, save tires. But congratulations to him on his championship and second place for two cars, and me in first, him in second. But yeah, I was worried. I didn't know if he was just holding back there, so we had a good finish. I was waiting for him to put the move on.
How about there at the end? Did you think he was going to just give you that three-tap Teddy rule if he was going to get there, or was he just going to go straight for that? I'm moving you. I'm taking this win here tonight.
Yeah, there was a couple times he got real close to me, but I think he was in the same situation I was, where the tires were just going away. So I ended up with a push on the exit of the corners. So just like I said, just hitting my marks, and it's tough to pass here. So he would have to have a lot to get by me, but worked out good for us.
Well, you had a great race here tonight, Mike. Congratulations on picking up the win here. It's your second win of the season. The red carpet is yours for the first time here tonight as we roll it out. The microphone is yours. Who makes this all possible back home across the street?
First and foremost, just want to thank the OG guys. It's been great running with them. We run cup cars, we run the modifieds, pay-to-win setups. They've got a few other sponsors. I want to thank Dan Butler. Congrats to his championship. And, of course, the Racing School. We're running a 50% off. We just opened our season last Saturday here at Thompson. Had a great event. Got the Red Light Racing guys coming out the next show. Look us up online at RacingSchool.net or call 1-800-CAN-RACE, 1-877-CAN-RACE.
Well, there you hear it from tonight's winner. He drives the 33. He literally lives across the road, race fans. This is Mike Taschereau picking up his second win of the season. Congratulations to the whole Racing School group as they finish P number 1 here tonight. Finishing in our third position, though, he's standing by, and he's pretty excited here tonight. Driver of the number 26. This is Shane Wagner. Shane, a great run here. This car looked to really come on late in this race. It just looked like it maybe right at the end was not enough to go up there and run with Taschereau or Dan Butler, as they had a wicked lead over everybody.
Yes, sir. This is one of the few times I've run this track, and it takes me a while to find my marks and really start shining. I was glad I stayed off the wall this time.
Yeah, it looked like the setup was very loose, and then the car started to get tight, and then it went back to the loose side here tonight. How was the handling in this Black Rifle Coffee number 26?
Mine was actually tight the entire time. I could have taken it a little looser just to be able to get it to turn, especially in the center. Aside from that, it worked out pretty well.
It worked out for you well. You had a great season here on the modified side of things. Are you looking forward to what's on the horizon for you in the series?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm looking forward to whatever may come of this series in particular, and I also run the Dirt series through these guys as well. And excited for new seasons to get going.
Well, I can officially say as the points start to get tallied here, Shane, it's going to be a 4th place in the points championship this year. Congratulations on finishing in the top 5 and finishing here on the podium. Is there anybody on the side of this number 26, though, you got to thank this season?
Just the boys from OG and my wife for putting up with me running away about 3 or 4 nights a week to race after work. That's about it.
Well, there you have it, race fans. The driver of the number 26, he'll finish 3rd here tonight. He'll finish 4th in the points championship. And I would say we would talk to our points championship winner, race fans, but he has decided that his car is no longer needed on our screen. So, I mean, maybe we can still talk to Dan Butler. What do you say? We're at least giving a whirl. Dan Butler, do you have us here in the booth?
Here, Roger. I had to celebrate early, so I had to load her up.
You didn't want anybody to look at the secrets, I'm betting.
Yeah, up over it.
Yeah, you guys prepared a really fast race car here tonight. You qualified on the pole, but you had a little trouble from the drop of the green flag. What was going through your mind in those first couple of laps here tonight?
Oh, boy, panic. I was just going to kind of lay back and let things ride out. And guess people got excited and made for definitely an interesting comeback, I guess. But no, these guys are great. I love running with these guys.
Well, you did.
I want to say big thanks to Jeffrey Yanata, finishing 2nd. We had a heck of a season. We had quite a bit of battles back and forth, and he's run me clean all year, and we're even having a lot of fun in the Cup Series. So hats off to him for 2nd points.
So you picked up 4 wins this season. Did you think you could get back around Mike Taschereau up there, though, to pick up your 5th win of the season?
I don't know. He was hitting his marks just right. Obviously, he's tough to beat here too. I think I burnt up my tires trying to get back through, and I mean, I had enough a few times. Like you said, I'd get in close, but I mean, you really gotta hit the turn just right to get around a guy here cleanly, and that's how I like to do it. I don't want to, wreck anybody or anything. So, I mean, unless he bounced it off the wall or something, I would have gone around. But other than that, he earned it because he drove a great race.
So finishing 2nd clinches your championship here this season with the OG Tour Modified Series. Congratulations, Dan, on that, and congratulations for finishing 2nd here tonight. We rolled the red carpet out for Taschereau, but we really pulled that back out from underneath him and brought it over here to you and placed it in front of your hauler because that's where you ran away from us to. So red carpet's yours, and the microphone is definitely yours here tonight. Who do you got to thank for a great season here with OG?
Definitely want to thank the OG guys. I know Bill and Mr. Rupert and all you guys do a lot of work to put these on, so we do appreciate it. We have a lot of fun. I want to thank you for a heck of a broadcast as always. Rick James, he broadcast most of our races this year, and I think he was at Bristol or something this weekend, and we got the best here tonight. I appreciate it, Roger, and I want to thank obviously the racing school because it's pretty much probably the coolest job in the world from what I can say, and I absolutely love it and appreciate everything Mike does for me. And again, like you said, if you guys want to come drive some real race cars, give us a call, 877-CAN-RACE, or visit the website at racingschool.net. And our season's just getting started. We'll probably have 10 or 12 more events, so come on down.
There you hear it from the driver of the number 8 here tonight. Dan Butler picks up a second place finish, but he wins the points championship here tonight with the OG Tour Modified Series. There you see Dan Butler's car, and like he said, if you want to get behind the wheel of one of these bad boys, you need to call or go over to the racingschool.net. Congratulations to Dan Butler and the whole Racing School group as Mike Tashro, his teammate, goes to victory lane here tonight. And boy, race fans, we got to thank you all for tuning in here tonight to watch the OG Racing Tour Modified Series. Mike Tashro goes to victory lane, but Dan Butler will do all the celebrating back across the street here from the Thompson Speedway as he is your points championship winner. We got to thank the guys over here at the OG Racing Series for having us here tonight to call their race on the Turn 3 Racing Network. It's a pleasure of ours to bring them here to the Turn 3 Racing family for their championship race, which was brought to us by our friends at the racingschool.net. You know, we got to thank Rick James also for carrying the series all season long and the great broadcast that he had over on Twitch. Make sure you check his page out. He does a fantastic job, and we hope he had a great time down at Bristol. And for all you race fans that are tuning in out there tonight, my name is Roger Muth with the Turn 3 Racing Network. We hope you enjoyed tonight's program here from the Thompson Speedway, and we can't wait to see you at the races.